honor of all of those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice in service to their nation. I would like to take just a moment and recognize all those amongst us who have served or are currently serving, as well as any here who have lost a loved one in service. We are humbled by your sacrifices, as we know they are great, and we commend the demonstrations of courage and strength that you have no doubt shown throughout the most difficult of times. The sacrifices that are made during service should truly humble us, as they represent people, individuals, who are brothers, husbands, mothers, sisters, friends. These were people woven into the fabric of communities across the nation. They were loved, they were mourned, and they were missed. Personally, I cannot begin to comprehend the moment when you sent your loved one off to war. You watch them disappear out of your line of sight, knowing it may very well be the last time you will see them, hug them, tell them you love them. But this has been a stark reality for many families in their countries. So too have been the telegrams, the middle of the night phone calls, and the chaplain standing at the front door of the next of kin to tell their loved ones they will not return. It is all too easy for those who have never suffered such losses to see past the holes that were left in the families and communities. But a veterans gathering is a chance to reconnect to the genesis of your nation's numerous freedoms. It is an important moment on which we ground ourselves to the reality that every Gold Star family knows. Our way of life has been shaped and made possible by those who have served and by those who were lost. I would encourage you to get to know those stories within your own communities and on board our ship. I think you'll be amazed at the stories of true valor you will find. We are able to be here today largely thanks to those who are not. There are many ways to keep your fallen as well as your injured and ill veterans in your mind and heart throughout the year. It could be driving a veteran to a medical appointment, befriending a veteran who lives alone or in a nursing facility, or reaching out to the veteran who just left military service. Please reach out to find ways you can help engage and be part of the effort to take care of those who served. Working together with friends, neighbors, veterans groups, and entire communities, we can assure that the sacrifices made by your nation's finest and bravest never go unappreciated, and that their memories are never forgotten. I thank you all for joining in today's tribute. I hope you keep our military men and women and the sacrifices they made close to your heart today and throughout the rest of the year. Please join me in listening to taps, followed by a moment of silence. Thank you. At this moment, I would like to ask anybody who wants to and who has served or who wants to represent somebody who has served, to stand up, state your name and where the service was, and anything else you want to share, so we can thank you for your service.
I'm Louise Brickett. I served in the United States Marine Corps in 1962 and 1963 at Quantico, Virginia. Thank you.
Good morning, or good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daniel Talley. I served in the United States Air Force from 1985 until 1990. And just to show you how much serving meant to me, unfortunately when 9/11 happened, of course I was out of the service by then, 30-something by then, well past my prime as far as military goes, right? But when that happened, I was so angry. Even though I was past the age of coming back in, if the government would have called me to come back, even though I had at the time a wife and 2 young children, I would have went back without even thinking a second about it. And that's just, and I just say that to say that, no matter what folks may say about this country, we got our problems, of course we do, but there's no other country quite like it. And even with its problems, I was still willing to give my life so that we can continue to be free. So thank each one of you for your service, and God bless you all. Thank you.
My name is Jerry Martin. I joined the service in 1967 during the Vietnam era. I lasted until January of '88. I did my 20 years plus. During that time frame, I did 2 tours in Germany, a tour in Japan, a tour with the Navy down in Florida, Fort Meade, Maryland, Biloxi, Mississippi as an instructor. After I retired from the service, I received notification of Desert Storm, which would mean a recall. It did not get recalled, by the way, but I would have gone with no problem.
My name is Hal. Oh, go ahead. My name is Hal Myers, Marine Corps, 1964. But first of all, what I most want to do is introduce my wife, who was a Japanese prisoner of war for 3 years in the Pacific.
My name is Jose Cohen. I was in the Army, MAC-B, Mekong Delta, and not so much for me. So my cousin, 173rd Airborne, who recently died, he was wounded, he got Purple Heart, from his wife's cousin, who was the first Puerto Rican to get Congressional Medal of Honor. He helped back 60 to 70 MBA, so his men can get away free, so they can escape. And I can't repay over so much because it meant so much to me. Thank you.
I retired last century, probably. I spent 20 years in the Army as a medic. Combat medic. I used to be able to run for help, now I just mosey. I retired in 1998. Continued on with the Forest Department. And then I got a better job working for defense. In the military there. I take care of the sea soldiers and the families and bring them home. Vietnam, Korea, current labor operations, and the soldiers that passed away, stateside. They take care of soldiers. Still cheers.
1961 to 65. I joined the Navy to see the world. I saw the world through the porthole.
Dan?
My name is Alan West. I served in the Navy from 1987 to 1995. I deployed the Persian Gulf operation there as well. I deployed outside the country for Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and I am one of the last battleship sailors on this earth.
Okay, I'll go. Yes. Ivan Lazina, United States Air Force, Strategic Air Command. Been in Vietnam era, Cold War, Desert Shield, Desert Storm. Is a B-52 aircraft mechanic, KC-135 aircraft mechanic. And I'd like to raise a toast to all those that didn't make it here.
Amen.
Thank you so much for your service and sacrifice. Thank you.
I'm Trix Jamieson. I served in the United States Navy Nurse Corps during the Vietnam era, and I served at Naval Hospital in Pensacola and Guam.
Thank you so much.
I'm with her, but I also went in the Navy in '65. I retired in 2005. I had 8 years active duty in the Navy. I was on a couple of carriers over there. Then I was a National Guard combat engineer. I got to drive, tanks and big things. And then in 1990, I joined an Army band, and they taught me to play the bagpipes. And you may see some of that later. I'll be one of the guys in a kilt tonight.
Thank you so much for your service and sacrifice. Is there anyone else? Yes.
My name is First Lieutenant Promotable Coolidge, active duty Army right now. And I just wanted to thank all of you for paving the way. So one to all of you, all the veterans, all of you that have done and served your country. Thank you.
I'd like to speak for the dependents. My father is retired, deceased. Brigadier General Sheldon J. Lustig served in the Air Force for 30 years, West Point class of 53. Fine officer, fine gentleman. Thanks, Dad.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is James Booker, retired Army from 1982 to 2003. Multiple tours to Europe, standing in what was the Fulda Gap, looking at East Germans quite a bit, and Korea, looking at people a lot shorter than me, and Panama, a few other wonderful free paid trips. Thank you for your tax dollars. How they did it. And for me, it was just a great proud service, but also the reminder when I retired as also a combat medic to my brother over there. I worked on the ambulance as a paramedic for a while, and a lot of trips serving, retirement facilities and military nursing homes. And like it was said in the speech, we got a generation of people leaving, and that history is going away. So we owe it to them to not only keep that dream alive, but also to follow back up and visit those guys and young ladies, because a lot of them are alone in there. Now, we won't even talk about the friends and family that we've lost, but if you know somebody, go see them. They would really lift them up. So thank y'all for y'all service.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Philip Diefenbach. I served in the United States Air Force from 1987 to 2011, a comptroller career field. And I hope that all your pay was and if it wasn't, maybe hopefully you didn't make somebody mad in the finance career field. I served 24 years, including my tour in Iraq, various places all over the world. And I thank you all for your service.
My name is Phyllis Moody. I come from a military family. My dad served in World War II.
My husband was in the United States Navy, he passed away. My son was in the United States Navy during Iraqi freedom, and I was a medic in the Army of
Yes.
I'm Hilda Scriber. My husband is Tim Scriber. He's not here, but I am. I am the wife of a Vietnam vet twice. He re-upped the second time. I did not meet him until he returned back from the second time he returned back from Vietnam. Landed at Air Force Base, Philly Air Force Base in Texas. We met me. He was planning on going on a third tour, but then what can you do after you met me? So we got married. We got married, and we've been married now for 50 years. And so he is a very proud vet, and I thought he was going to be nice to see him, but he attends every veteran's event that he can, and he is a very, very proud veteran. His father also was a vet in World War II, and then he had a brother also that was a vet. Like I said, he was going to go for a third tour, but he met me.
Is there anybody else that'd like to speak?
My name is Pete DeSantis, and I served 4 years in the United States Army from 69 to 73 in Germany for a couple of years. They say when you go to Germany, you come home with a baby and a cuckoo clock. You did both. And then 6 months in Korea, here at DMC. I served on battalion staff, brigade staff, actually, a couple of times, and honored to do my service. My father did the service, and I felt I needed to honor him and my uncles and all the other people that followed me or preceded me. So it was important for me to serve.
Anybody else would like to say something? I know it's not easy to speak, so if anybody, I still have more medals to honor you. If you don't want to speak up in a crowd, that's okay. Thank you so much for coming by. The Veterans Gatherings are very, very important, and it's so nice to see so many of you coming out to help each other, support each other, and to meet each other, because there's a lot you have in common, and this is a great way to speak with each other. Now, as I thank you for your service and sacrifice, Vision of the Seas, Royal Caribbean, we would like to offer you this little token. Of course, it's not a lot with everything you have done, but we just want to thank you and appreciate everything you've done. So please feel free to help yourself to our little buffet. There's a cake there, and everybody's always very afraid to cut it. So please cut it. It's here for you. Yes? And if you want to make pictures first of the cake, please go ahead. But thank you so much for coming out, and see me if you still would like me to recognize you as well. I was afraid so. Yeah, would you like to say something?
My dad, U.S. Air Force. From what year to what year?
51, 58.
Oh, okay.
What command?
I think it was Lieutenant. Dad, what was yours?
Thank you so much for your service and sacrifice. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you very much. See, Dad, what was your rank?
Command.
Or command?
Where were you in the Air Force?
First lieutenant in the atomic testing series. I spent 3 months in the South Pacific, Operation Redway. I don't know if you heard about that. That's where they kept.
Yeah, I'm an old sack guy.
Okay, 16 devices.
Yeah.
Ended with the atomic bomb, or the hydrogen bomb.
Yeah, I spent 2 years out at Edwards during the year launch cruise missiles online. So got a lot of history out there.
Yes.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Thank you.